Mattel has their issues now and then, but I have to give them credit for Percy Handbrakes. Thank you, Mattel, for finally releasing Percy here. I am just so happy and excited. He'll most likely be released in 2017, and I'll get to the details about that later on in the video, but he was supposed to be released back in 2010, but unfortunately, like several other cars as well, he was canceled. So it was a great sight to see him pop up on eBay from a couple Chinese sellers over the past couple weeks. I bought one for $30, and that is the going rate for him at the moment. I believe that there are still some on eBay, so if you'd like to buy one for yourself, you can go ahead and do so. You might be thinking, whoa, $30, that's a bit expensive, and you're right, it is a little expensive for just a $4 car, but I wanted to make sure that I had Percy this time around, just in case, Mattel canceled him again. But in all honesty, I don't think they will, because quite a few of them have made it to eBay and have been sold, and when there are that many, it's most likely that he's in a full production run for whatever release he may be for, maybe Radiator Springs Classic, maybe the main line, but we already know the contents for the first 3 singles cases, and Percy is not on any of those, so it's unlikely that he'll be in the 2017 main line, which leads me to believe personally that he'll be in the Radiator Springs Classic line that is exclusive to Toys R Us. And that line has been known to have a couple new releases and has a lot of flashback cars like Greta, Hank Halloween, and of course Derek Decals Dobbs. So Percy would be a great addition to that line. So I believe that's all I have to say for the introduction part of this video, and now let's dive right into the review of Percy Handbrakes by starting with his appearance in the first Cars movie. He did appear in the flashback Radiator Springs scene when Sally was explaining to Lightning McQueen what the town used to be like, with a bunch of activity and whatnot. So in the movie, actually brand new Mater, or I guess I could just say Mater, was towing Percy Handbrakes up to Flo's, this spot to be exact. Now I know that this version of Flo's Cafe is a little underscaled, but basically that is where Percy was parked. So I would assume that he broke down, Mater took him to Flo's to get some oil, and of course refill on gasoline. And so it's a very nice iconic scene from the movie, and I like that they released Percy rather than a car from the background that, didn't really do much. Percy was actually being towed by one of the main characters, and I believe that Percy is the last flashback scene car to be released. Now I know that a bunch more appeared in the scene, but Mattel, they select, I should actually say Pixar selects a certain number of characters to publicize in the Meet the Cars book and stuff like that. And they chose a handful, and all of those now have been released. Hopefully Percy will be, and then that will be official. So that's where Percy appeared, of course. As always, I'll be showing screenshots so you can visualize and refresh your memory in case you haven't seen the movie in a while or haven't seen it 100 times like me, because I basically have like every scene memorized because, it is my favorite movie. And I know this is going to be random, but I just have to say it. The Cars 3 trailer, the first trailer for the movie, will be out in the next couple weeks. A Pixar employee, I believe, declared that it will be in front of the Disney movie Moana, and that was to be expected. So probably around that time it will drop on YouTube as well. So if you don't really want to go see Moana, then you can probably, without a doubt, still watch the trailer on YouTube or Disney's website and stuff like that. But getting back on topic with Percy here, he's a nice maroon color and he is a unique body, casting, or model, whatever you want to call it. However, there are some similar cars to him and we'll take a look at them in a couple moments here. But looking at Percy alone for now, I really do like his grille there, the nice silver lines. Of course, this line going throughout his hood is very nice as well. We got the headlights there. It does look like he has a mouth plate, unfortunately, which is kind of odd. They might be using the casting from back in 2010, but I heard that the reason why they didn't release him is because of quality issues. So I would have thought that they maybe improve the casting to eliminate those issues, but since he has a mouth plate, I really don't know. But it's not too noticeable. Very, very nice. And you can actually see his mouth in there. It's kind of hidden, but it's kind of how it was in the movie. Now on the side here, he has some white outline tires, silver hubcaps. Very, very nice. Pretty car. I like the side view mirrors as well. And now if you're kind of hesitant to order from China, especially with Percy here, I have to, give my opinion on this. Now I know that sometimes you order a car, comes in bad condition, and some sellers put that the car is in used condition, some put it in new condition. Now if you receive a car that comes kind of chipped and the seller put the condition as new, then you can get a refund. You can send that car back free of charge. But if it does say used, which the seller I bought it from had it as used, then you cannot do that because the seller was smart enough to specify the accurate condition. Now mine actually came in perfect condition. I don't see any problems with my Percy here, and the seller probably knows that he has quite a few that are in good condition, but he's smart and he knows that, he doesn't want to have to go through the refunds and stuff like that. So, just be aware of that. You might get a good one, you might not, but if you order from a seller that says that it's in new condition and it comes bad, you know that you'll be able to get a refund. Now, his license plate reads 2769, and it is black and yellow. Very, very nice colors there. And that is pretty much all for Percy. He's a nice and simple car for sure. Here's the base. I really do want to show the base for this one because you can compare it if maybe you do happen to have the 2010 prototype pre-production sample of him, then you can compare the base to this here, and this base definitely looks like a 2016-2017 base with all of the information and the codes over to the right there as well. Very, very nice. I love Percy. I don't really know if he's my favorite Flashback car though. He might be just because of all this anticipation for him because he is the last one to be released. But I don't know. There are quite a few awesome other not canceled, but Flashback cars as well. So I'll put them on the background here for now, and I'll start comparing him to some similar cars. So first, let's start with Doc Hudson, because let's be honest, we all thought of Doc when we saw Percy. Now, yes, they do look similar, but they're kind of different as well. Doc looks to be a little thinner, Percy's wider, Doc is longer, just a little bit, but they do have their differences there. They're very nice cars for sure though. Both of them are awesome. They look great together along with the cars behind them I have as well. So just a little comparison between them. I feel like that one's a little bit more of a stretch. And I feel like the most similar car to him is Milton Calipier here. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but just took a stab at it. Now, I think that their expressions are so similar. They're both looking over to the left there. So, Mattel maybe. I think Mattel could have made Milton's expression better. I think Percy's is fine, but Milton, not the best. And they are different models, although similar. They have that line going across there, and have some other, similarities in overall appearance as well. There are the backs. Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me, Mattel. You guys already know what I'm going to say, right? Their license plates are the same. Mattel. Oh. Yes, their license plates are the same. We have a 2769 over here on Milton. We have a 2769 over here on Percy. Now, yes, Percy's license plate is smaller, different format than Milton's, but the numbers are the same. Now, since we know that these two characters went to the same town during the same time period, they would be arrested by sheriff. Yep, sheriff would have to arrest them because they have the same license plate. And of course, they'd also have to arrest Edwin Kranks as well because he has the same license plate too. Now, it's a little bit more understandable with Edwin and Milton because they are the exact same models. As you can see here, they are the same models. So, I know it's not the best, it's not ideal, but it's a little bit more understandable than having Gil, a truck, have the same license plate as Kim Carlin's or Jay Lowley. And now that's just another example I use, but I know it's not as close, or it's a little bit more drastic than this example here, but you guys know what I'm saying. I hate when they use the license plate more than once because that just is not cool. And Mildred Biley has that license plate as well. Mattel, come on, come on. I gave you that nice compliment at the beginning of the video, and now you're just, you're pulling the thread. But, oh well, I'm not gonna mention it again. Here's Mildred Biley. He or she is pretty similar as well, but he or she is very tall, actually, and a little bit thinner as well. So, those are the cars I feel like Percy is the most similar to. Of course, these are flashback cars as well, but they are different models, completely different models. I feel like there are the canceled cars. Why do I keep calling flashback cars canceled cars? No, flashback cars that have the wings in the back like these, and we have the flashback cars that are more like this. Don't really know how to describe them, but I'm just gonna say it like this, so you guys kind of get the idea there. So those are the 8 flashback cars, I do believe. If I'm missing one, I'm not including Dustin Mellows or Miles Meat Truck Malone here. I'm just including the regular cars. Now, if I'm missing one, I'm sorry, but these are the ones I have here in the video. So let me know in the comments section below, what flashback car is your favorite? We have Percy, we have Mildred, we have Milton, we have Edwin, we have Hank, Derek, Greta, and Timothy. My favorite, okay, can eliminate Edwin, can eliminate Milton, can eliminate Hank, eliminate Greta. That leaves these 4 here. Eliminate him, leaves these 3. I don't know, I'm not going to decide. I love these 3 right here. These are my top 3. Maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you guys don't, but these are my top 3 favorite flashback cars here. So that is all for the review of Percy Handbrakes, the canceled car. And now it seems like Mattel is starting to kind of like catch up on the canceled releases. Of course, they'll probably never release all of those haulers and pitties that were canceled, but you know, some of the more minor, just regular releases, they might actually release. And now if you guys saw my video of Benny Caliper, then you would know that that was another canceled car from 2010 Final Lap Collection that never got released and is still not confirmed to be released. So Dan Sklarkenberg was released earlier this year, who was another canceled car. That was great, Wilmer Flats without lenticular eyes is scheduled to be released in the first 2017 singles case. He is also on eBay from Chinese sellers, so you can get that one if you want. That's also great. And that leaves Benny, like I mentioned earlier, and Bertha Butter's Wagon. Here's Bertha. I do have Bertha thanks to a great friend of mine. I will be reviewing her soon as well. I need to review her and 2 other cancel cards I have as well. So, let me know your thoughts on this whole cancel deal and whatnot. And let me know, what's your favorite Flashback card? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I rambled on about some unnecessary stuff, but did want to talk about that Cars 3 trailer and whatever else I rambled on about I wanted to talk about. So, thanks again for watching. Hope you all enjoy. And I might do a video tomorrow. Not really sure. I have quite a bit of homework this weekend, so we'll have to see how everything plays out. And now before we go for the day, I have to say one thing. Couple things actually. Go Cubs go! Go Cubs go! Hey Chicago, what you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs go! Go Cubs go! So yeah, Cubs won the World Series, guys, for the first time in 108 years, as I predicted in my Cubs Game 3 of the World Series vlog. If you'd like to check that video out, you can check it out at the end screen outro of this video or down in the description below. I was fortunate enough to go to a World Series game. Unfortunately, they lost that particular game, but overall, they won the World Series. So I'm sorry if you're not a Cubs fan, if you don't care about baseball, or if you're an Indians fan, I'm sorry, but come on. Cubs haven't won in 108 years. I would have been a little disappointed, but I also would have been happy for Cleveland Indians fans because they also haven't won a World Series since 1948. 40 years less than the Cubs, but still a long drought. So thanks for watching. Guys, I know I've said that before, but I really do appreciate your viewership. As always, I'll see you guys next time for another video. Go Cubs!